So with those tapes, compression is key. It needs to have the right compression to be airtight. Okay.
So yeah.
So here we use the 7 to 15. I know you familiar with millimeters? This is 7 to 15, which is roughly a quarter inch to a little bit more than a half inch. Okay. Oh
Right.
yeah.
So compressed is quarter inch
Yeah.
to half.
Yeah.
So
Compressed
like
is
5/16.
Yeah. It's a quarter inch.
Yeah, it's quarter.
So it's because we have to guarantee you to get it in a quarter inch, at least in a 7 mil.
And so that
So
expands
a
to
quarter inch would be 6.225 millimeters. So and here we have 7. We have to guarantee you that you get it in that joint. And 15 is just 2/16 over a half inch. So
5/8.
yeah, you need
Is
to
that the
keep
expansion?
that is the application range. So you have to have this. If you go over it, you need to double the tapes.
You mean so if it expands?
If your gap is too wide.
Yeah.
And the gap is too wide, you use two pieces.
Yeah.
So if the gap is bigger
So
than
that's the
5/8,
reason why we're going to order for you.
Example like that.
Could you? Yeah, we could put another tape on if you want to.
Or because
But someone is going to kill you because it's going to be expensive. It's
Nah.
too expensive. You could just put better two
Okay, what
pieces of
happened
wood.
what happened when you use the chink and the tape Spain?
Yeah.
What happened with whatever it is the chink? That one is Spain too, or whatever it is the chink?
Now, because of the
We highlight when we put the chinks.
Now it will not lift up because have you ever lifted the sash over there with a glass in it? No, it keeps it down. And you screw it as well.
Only we put tape or make it maybe plywood cover before the measure or what. Example right here we have 1 inch
Yeah.
and that one not Spain like that.
It will expand.
Spain.
Yeah,
1
I
inch.
will just. Could you
Yeah.
hold that in place here? Just like to show you how wide it is expanding. But the key thing, and maybe I'm limited here on the language. The key thing is really the compression. Stay in that range, 7 to 15, which is a quarter to an inch, just as a rule of thumb, right?
quarter to half.
If your gap is bigger than that, you need to double the tape, or we have another dimension at 5 to 10 millimeters. That's the dimension underneath. You will probably go and double the 7 to 15 with a 5 to 10.
I see.
So
You know what I
it has to
mean?
be quarter to 5/8. So that's good. If it's moth, the quarter to 5/8, then we got to go to bigger, either two layers
two layers.
or the thicker
Or a different
application.
tape.
Yeah, example right here is like half inch.
Yeah, here's
That one's good.
the vertical ones are proper, but usually we would lift that up. Just lift it up so that you have all around a gap of a half inch, right? Because for the passive house here, it's important that you have enough insulation in between. So just squeezing into your down means also that you don't have enough insulation. So you need actually to lift it up. What we usually do is we put some settling blocks. We just cut ourselves a piece of wood, place it on top of the tape, just cut it here, cut it there, cut it here, cut it there, right? You pull that piece out and put the piece of plywood, or let's say that little block in it. So the load will be taken by those blocks. You go for 3 blocks, and it stays there.
Instead
You
of
don't have
shims.
to lift it anymore instead of chims.
Yeah,
see.
and the other
It
thing-
works only in the bottom. I know that it will not work in the.
Yeah, depending the opening, we use like that. We use the blocking in the bottom.
Yeah.
Why
Depending
one-
is more a 1 inch opening. Example in the top, we use like little piece, like use the tape
Tape.
and and lift it out like leaving for the open.
Okay. Whenever there is a pinhole left, as I said, right? It could be the tape is too cut too short or whatever. That can happen, and you will realize it as later on because firsthand it looks okay, but you put it on and you missed the point to cut it a half inch longer, so it fits first point, but it shrinks, so it will be. For that reason, the bead of cork is and every time when you see a pinhole or something like that, just put a little bit mastic over it and you're done.
Can we go back to the shims on the
Yeah.
side?
Okay.
The problem, the thing I don't like about the way the shim, like normally this is, house is, we're not so concerned about air tightness. The shim sticking through is fine.
Yeah.
But here we're very concerned about air tightness.
Yeah.
So I prefer to leave that shim back.
You could.
But you were saying something that you can't do that on the sides.
You can if you want to. That's not a big deal. Now what I mean is you can't work with those blocks
On the sides.
on the side. How will you do it? You
Just
settle
tack it
you
to-
settle just to guarantee you all the way around the same gap. That's the reason you put some placeholders or
I
let's
see
say
what you're saying,
distant,
just
distant
yeah.
pieces in between.
Yeah. So Raphael, we just gotta for our shims, we'll just
So-
hold them back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What you can do is where you put your chims.
No, my question too
Where,
is
where you one okay, so one moment, okay? You put your chims in. Before you do that, you just get yourself in whatever, where you would like to put it in. Just make a cut here and make a cut there, okay? Just the tape will expand and encapsulate
Oh,
the
you
chim.
should score it. Don't cut through. Just score it.
Just
Ah.
you see that? So
I
that's the tape is coming up here.
Yes.
And encapsulates it.
Yeah.
So when you I don't know, get yourself a shelf blade, whatever, cut them back later on, and you see a pinhole. Go over.
and the
Don't-
side.
Yeah.
And the side.
Don't make it too complicated. Right? It's just
Yeah.
you
Okay.
see this will actually encapsulate. Don't cut all the way through, as you said.
Right. It'll grow up around the edge.
That,
of
that
it.
Yeah.
one is only on
That's
the
good.
side.
I like that.
So
Yeah.
you see that it's
Yeah.
coming up here.
But we still, if this is the front of the window, we want our
Yeah.
shim like that, Raphael.
Yeah,
Right.
I would.
And actually,
recommend-
we should score that too, right?
Now, if you go a little bit, if you go back a half an inch, it will definitely pop up here. So you don't have to worry about it.
Oh, because this
Yeah.
area will be
Yeah.
fully expanded.
Yeah. So what
in
you
the
have,
front.
you have an airtight seal
around
all
yeah.
the way around.
Right.
It. Well, actually, this
And I
right
started
here
in
is more
Cleveland,
important
this
than
morning.
these.
Right.
So
Exactly.
you have that seal.
That's the reason why
Tight.
I have long sleeve.